Hello you absolute legends, welcome back to the channel. It's John here from inside my Proton 1.5 SE. I am currently driving the Lincolnshire back roads. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm on the way to my MOT. Yes, if you're watching from abroad or in a country where you don't know what the MOT is, it is a standardised test that is for cars under 40 years old in the UK to basically make sure that they're roadworthy and safe. There are so many little checks that the MOT tester does, including emissions testing. They check the brakes, they check the headlights, all the lights, everything like that, to make sure that the car is nice and safe. And that's where I'm off to. I'm driving to it now. It costs me £35 to have the car MOT tested, and it lasts for 12 months. You get either a pass or a fail, and you get a pass with advisories as well. So there are things that the MOT tester might say you need to look at, and that is something that you need to get done as soon as possible. You get a fail because something is catastrophically wrong with the car or is a failure according to their criteria, or a pass, which is what I'm obviously hoping for today. I've done another 1,000 miles in the Proton since we last spoke. I'm now sitting on 45,000 miles and two miles. We've just ticked over 45,000 miles in the Proton. I'm really enjoying watching it, and thanks to everyone who has watched my video of me daily driving this little Proton 1.5 SE. Dad's done some work on the car since I have bought it, ready for the MOT, including replacing the exhaust and freeing off the brakes and doing this, that and the other on the car. That video is on the channel as well, and it'll be on a card, so you can have a look at that pre-MOT work. And I'm hoping that there's absolutely no issues. The garage I go to, they let me look under the car while it's on the ramp. Let me have a look underneath it as well. I've been using them as MOT testers for a good 5 or 6 years now, and they test everything on the fleet. They're honest people. If there is a problem, they'll tell me, and I obviously am thankful for the use of their services. Yeah, so things that I am expecting might be an advisory. There's a little bit of an oil leak on the front of the block. I've cleaned it off obviously, but there is a little bit of a leak, and there's a little bit of rust on the front arms, and nothing that is going to be a failure in my opinion, but again, I'm not the MOT tester, so the MOT tester might find something that they think is a little bit problematical, shall we say. So we will go, I'm literally just a minute or two away, have the car MOT tested. There'll be some video footage and me having a look underneath the car for you to enjoy, and then I'll do another video at the end, hopefully with good news. Hopefully I'll be there going, yay, it's passed its MOT, and we have got another year of motoring. So stick with it. The next thing you're going to see is going to be the car in the MOT testing bay and being tested.
So you can see I've made it to the garage, and the car is on the MOT ramp. I've pulled in and my mileage is 45,000 miles and 2. So I've just ticked over a milestone on the way there. There's a little bit of strobing on the video. That is due to the fluorescent lighting in the garage. You can see it's an old school local village garage where I go to, and the car looks lovely actually. I haven't given it a wash, I've just given it a rinse off with some normal rainwater, but it's looking good, ready to be MOT'd. This is the observation area, but in all fairness, the owner does let me have an up close and personal look, and you can see the car there in the MOT bay on the CCTV. There's the back, and if we look underneath the car just a little bit, you can see a little snippet of what is to come. As I say, the owner does let me have a look underneath the car. And here we are then, I'm underneath the car, it's jacked up in the air. I don't have a ramp of my own. He does let me use his ramp from time to time. We'll take a look at the sills, and you can see that the car has been wax oiled underneath. There's a little bit of corrosion here and there, but nothing too major. I think that wax oil really has done a blooming good job. The bottom of those springs, the spring mountings, are a little bit rusty as normal, but it's just surface rust. It's not holes or anything that's going to cause a problem. You can see that exhaust that Dad fitted. There's a little bit of marking and rusting on it, but it was a damn sight better than what was originally on the car. If you haven't seen that video, it's on the channel. Looking again back down the car, you can see just how good it is. I'm chuffed to bits to see this. And you can see now the sills. There's some little bit of surface rusting to the front and rear of the sills, but nothing that is going to concern me. There's a little bit there. That's going to get some wax oil on there. And it's going to be good to go, I think. Not a problem at all. This is the front then. This is the engine block. You can see there's a little bit of oil on the sump and on the engine, but nothing that's a major issue. And then a little bit of surface rust on the driver's sill as well. I need to clean the bottom of these doors. You can really see where them stone chips have hit and have started to just have a little bit of surface rust. I'm just going to teacup that. Oh. This is one of the issues that the tester pointed out to me, but is not advisory, is that the sump has just got a little bit of surface corrosion on, and a little bit of oil there, and surface corrosion on the front arms. They're going to get wire brushed and painted. Just off the ramp then, there's the tester. Big shout out to King's Garage. They're a good lot of people. And now what's happening is the brakes are being tested. Handbrake, rear brakes, and it's on this sort of rolling road. There it is, you can see it's being tested by this machine. And the brakes are applied and the machine tests how good they are, I suppose. And they've got some good numbers. Some really good numbers, in fact, which I'm really chuffed about. And obviously, if Dad hadn't freed up those front brakes, those numbers wouldn't be so good. So fair play to Dad. It was a job that obviously needed doing. That's the MOT test then done.
So that's it then. Driving back from the MOT test centre in the Proton 1.5 SE. No issues. Absolutely no problems whatsoever. The MOT tester is sound, as you can see. He's let me have a look under the car and have a look at the sills and the engine bay and everything like that. And you can see from the video that there's some things I'm going to address personally, such as the sump having a few little rust spots on. It's going to be a wire brush and a paint job. And things like the front arms being a bit rusty. Again, wire brush and a paint. There's no holes or anything like that. It is an MOT pass, hooray! From the tester with no advisories. So we've got another year of trouble-free motoring, fingers crossed, ahead. I'm glad that Dad did the works on the car pre-MOT. If you haven't watched that video, it's up there. One of the two. I'm not looking at you because I'm obviously driving. So I'm glad Dad did the works on the car pre-MOT, exhaust, etc., brakes. Yeah, I had that. I never do this. I'm always quietly confident in the back of my mind that my car is going to pass an MOT, but you just don't know, do you? I'm not an MOT tester. I don't have a ramp at home, so I can't get cars up and have a good poke about and look underneath. And obviously the MOT tester, it's different, I suppose, on the day. It's what they find on the day and what they think the car needs looking at. There was a small oil leak, which is not a problem. It's not advisory worthy, which is good news. Those rusty little bits on the sump and the arms, again, not an issue. But going forward, there's a few things I'm going to do, which are those jobs, and enjoy the car. I've done another sort of 1,000 miles in it since we last spoke. I am enjoying being in the car. I'm enjoying driving it, and you can hear I've got the sunroof open. But you can hear that it is a beautiful drive, this car. and it really is a wonderful experience. I'm doing the Lincolnshire back roads at the moment, through the towns and villages. I'm just going through a little tiny village called Sibsey, and the reason that Sibsey is so cool in my opinion is because there's a guy on the main road who drives a Proton Gen 2. In fact, I'm going past it right now, taking a look at it. It is beautiful. One day I'll get a picture of my Proton, I suppose, next to the Gen 2. That's it then. So MOT pass, good news. If you've enjoyed the video, please smash like if you haven't already done so. Oh, there's people having ice cream. Oh, there's people having an ice cream in Sibsey. What a great day. What a great time to be alive. If you haven't already smashed the like button, please do so. I know it sounds silly, but if you have liked the video, please hit that like button because it helps me with my analytics and the channel. Drop me a comment. What did you think? Did you think there was going to be any passes or failures today? And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. There's so many bits of Proton content coming in the next few weeks. And the channel isn't just about Protons, it's about lots of different things, but at the moment I am enjoying documenting my Proton lifestyle. The next thing is the Black Knight is going in for an MOT. That is in 3 days time. It's going in for an MOT, so fingers crossed with that. Again, quietly confident, no major issues I don't think, but you don't know, do you, until it's up on the ramp and the MOT tester's looking at it. Have a great day, whatever you're getting up to. Thanks for the support on the channel. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.